our kids came out and played very, very hard. They bounced back a little bit. I felt like we missed some shots early in the game, and our kids had enough composure to keep taking those shots, looking for those shots. I thought North Florida really did a great job at the end of the game against us. They continued to battle and really kept coming at us. So I thought they played very hard, and I thought their second half, North Florida played very, very well against us. Fortunately, we were able to come out on top.
Coach, talk a little bit about what are you looking to do, as we head down the stretch. What's important to you these last 6 games?
Well, I think the biggest thing for us, and this is what we watch almost after every game, is film on ourselves in terms of what are we doing, what are we getting, and obviously different teams play you differently, but where can we get better yet? What are some areas that we can focus on and get better? And so what we'll look at is how do we improve individually? What are the scoring opportunities that we're not finishing, not completing, and how do we work on those? So really our big thing down the stretch is to continue to improve our players individually, as well as improve us 5-on-5, on different reads that we can make, different ways we can defend. And I think at this time of the season, we've seen a number of different defenses, we've seen a number of different offenses, we've seen a number of different sets, a lot of different types of personnel. So for our kids, it's an opportunity to kind of carry some lessons over from one game to another.
After last week, kind of sluggish offensively, had it feel good to come out and put up 44 points in the first half and see shots falling?
Yeah, I think it was that certainly is not necessarily indicative of how we played the games before that. It's not necessarily indicative of how we have the ability to play, and I thought, to our players' credit, even in our last game, that our kids continued to defend, and that's really where we will continue to put our main focus is on how can we keep ourselves in games or put ourselves in games regardless of circumstances.
You're on pace to post numbers that are as good as, if not a little better than last year, and last year was obviously a successful season. What's been the biggest surprise for you this year?
I wouldn't say the biggest. The thing that I'm the most excited about, let's put it that way, is that our players have a very good level of togetherness. When things did not go well for us in certain scenarios and certain games, that our players seem to have a good camaraderie, that they've hung together. And so for us, I think that attention to taking care of each other is really important. I also think the part that I've been very pleased with them as a group is that they're the ones that are kind of dictating where we're going with their intensity, their desire, their want. All our job is really to put them in positions to understand what teams are trying to do and try to give them scenarios that should help them be successful. And then they've taken it and they've really run it. And that's why this team has had some success. And if we continue to have success, that's why we'll continue to have success.
Can you talk just a little bit about the game that Kayla had tonight? She's, as we've talked about a couple of times in the past, she's really starting to show that leadership, not just starting, but she's really stepping up.
I think she's becoming more comfortable with the leadership aspect of it, and I see it more in practice necessarily than I do in games, only because in games we're not around it as much. We're not in the middle of it in practice. We're right next to our kids, and we can hear the things that she's saying. But I think certainly from every aspect of the game, we ask a lot out of her. We're asking her to defend the other team's primary scoring guard, and then when we play small, we ask her to play inside of the post and rebound. We ask her to do a lot for us offensively, and I think that she really has responded well and played well because she's focused on what she can do for her team and for her teammates. And as long as that mentality continues, she's going to continue to do great things for us.
Christine had a nice game.
Christine had a very nice game. I thought she came in and really made some things happen for us on both ends of the court. I think Christine's really growing as a defender right now and is understanding that she can get out and challenge and take away penetration and really trying to figure out her balance.